Hey friends and family, welcome to our basement. And this basement is very special, and it's a really big deal that I invited you down here today because this basement used to scare the heck out of me. In fact, I wanted people to come down here and I wanted people to be a part of this gorgeous basement, and we'd have parties down here, but there was one element of the basement that I did not want people to see, and that is this pole. This inanimate object that sits in the middle of a room, has no feelings, yet it scared me to death. So every time people would come over, I would have my husband take this pole and put it somewhere where nobody could see it. And I thought, very interesting. In fact, one time this pole was down for almost a year because my husband got so tired of taking the pole down when company would come over that he literally just left it down. Well, I also recognized within myself at this time that I was having issues with my own sexuality. So what I came to realize was that this had nothing to do with a pole. It had everything to do with what I was afraid other people would think about the pole. So I decided to challenge myself, and my grandmother was coming over for the weekend with her friends, and I thought, wow, perfect. Let's do it. So I had my husband put the pole up, and we brought Grandma downstairs, and we were showing her our beautiful basement. And she saw the pole, and the first thing that happened is my daughter came running over and had to swing on it and climb it and all of these different things. And we were having so much fun. We were laughing so hard. And the best part is Grandma started taking pictures of Lexi on the pole. And at that moment, I had this massive release because I realized that my grandma wasn't sitting there judging the pole. She wasn't having those thoughts in her head. She was actually enjoying it. It was me having those thoughts in my head. It was me judging myself and judging this pole and what it represents. But what was so interesting is that when she was okay with it, and obviously I was able to break through that fear, all of a sudden I saw the pole in a whole new light. I loved it. I had so much fun with it, and I left it up, and I let my friends and family come, and I didn't care what they thought about the pole because I knew what I thought about the pole, and that is that it is an extension of who I am. So now that the pole and I are one with one another, and I realized that this was just an extension of my own sexuality, those judgments, those things that were going on in my mind that weren't even real, just these things that I'm thinking of other people, my gosh, I can't do anything, I have to be this way, I have to fit this certain mold. That was killing me, that was sucking me dry, that was taking my energy, when the truth is, this is who I am, and either people are going to accept that or not. But I had to come to terms with it first. And the way I did is by stepping out and facing my greatest fear, a pole. But in truth, it represented a part of my own sexuality. So that's our thought tonight. I would be curious of your thoughts, or I would love to hear your feedback or somehow communicate in some way. I don't want this to just be a one-way share my thoughts. I believe that when we all share our energy, we can expand our viewpoint of sexuality. And the most important thing is to be able to talk about it and to be able to release that energy. So I feel great about that, and I look forward to sharing our next Thursday night thought together. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.